Hey everybody, welcome to Mammoth Interactive's YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you for watching this video. And remember that this channel doesn't do Patreon. Instead, we sell our digital courses down below. And every single dollar that we get from the products you buy below goes into making more content. The best way to help out this channel and Mammoth Interactive is to subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. Get thousands of hours and hundreds of courses for a low price down below. We have a monthly option and a yearly option. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the video.
Hello everyone, and today we're going to be working in Blender to create our art assets. Now, to start off, we're just going to go ahead and change some settings in our Blender preferences so that you can work how I work. Now, first off, we're just going to go over to Files. We're going to select the User Preferences setting right here. Click on that. And as you can see, we're going to go over to Input. Now, I've already selected the things I've needed. I was a sort of native Maya user, so I'm used to using select with left click instead of right. For some reason, it's set to default right. And also because I'm working on a laptop, I'll need the numpad, emulate numpad option right here turned on, so that I can use that to select the different types of viewpoints, such as front, top, side views, using the number keys on my keyboard right here. So yeah, just turn those, I'll switch those over. You don't have to. You could if you're used to these old, the default settings right here. But I suggest you turn these on if you're working on a laptop like me, and if you're used to left clicking to select things. Another thing you need to, well, you don't really need to turn it on, but I turned it on and switched over to was the 3D view right here. There is a option called View Selected. Basically, the keys, the hotkey for it was something else. I just shifted it over to Shift F. And you can just simply click on this and just combo up your hotkey right here. Basically what this does is whatever you selected, you can just click Shift F to zoom in towards it. It makes it easier for you to navigate, which in my opinion is quite important. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You just save your settings and you just close that off. And there you go. You have your basic settings that you pretty much would need if you are going to be learning from me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, we're going to be making a jet. And as you can see right here, we are currently at blueprints.com. I found a fairly decent looking jet reference right here, blueprint. And it has the right viewpoints of the jet. We have the front, top, and side views, some additional miscellaneous items here and there, but we can basically edit this image so that we can fit the references that we need, and basically take those images into Blender so that we can work on it there. Again, blueprints.com, it's a pretty decent place to go to. It has a bunch of free images that you can use to create whatever image that you, whatever object that you need a reference with. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, here in Photoshop, we're just going to go ahead and set up a larger, canvas size, as you can see right here. This is a 1020 by 711 pixel size, kind of strange. Just going to go ahead, create a 1240 by 1240, perfect sort of square like canvas size. I'm going to call this the jet reference 001. Click enter, and okay, there you go. We have our canvas right here. And we're just going to take that image that we found on the blueprints.com and just simply copy and paste it onto our canvas here. Just going to paste it in, and there you go. We have our image of the jet, and it's sort of different viewpoints, front, top, and side views. Just going to go ahead and go to our background, turn that off, turn the visibility off actually. And as you can see, the image itself has a sort of white background. We're just going to erase that. I'm going to click on the magic select tool, click on the background right there, delete. Select this little bit right here and delete it as well. And as you can see, this side right here, the reason why it wasn't perfectly symmetrical on this side is probably because of these sort of I guess, are they hooks or those type of latches that place onto the plane so that it grabs onto the missiles for your planes. And right here, as you can see, one side has a landing gear, the other side is sort of, I guess, placed inwards. This is just showing that it was right here, but it's sort of hidden over here up top. But yeah, anyways, we have our images right here, and we're just going to do a little bit more cleanup and sort of separate the different viewpoints so that we can export them out individually, creating our references for our our asset or our object. Anyways, let's just go ahead and clean up these sections. I'm going to delete the watermarks. This little white additional, I guess those are the tires, or not tires, the landing gear. Just going to erase those because we don't really need them. Let's delete this section. And these additional wings and, well, just additional wing itself and the engine. Just going to grab all these guys, hold on to shift, select these sections. Make sure you don't select your actual reference right here, and don't delete anything right there. Click delete, and there you go. We have a nice and cleaned sort of, I guess, 3 viewpoints of our jet. Just going to go ahead, grab this section right here, this whole bottom piece, hold shift, grab additional areas here, such as the nose, and we're just going to right click, layer via cut. And as you can see, if we were to hide this new layer, we've created this new layer for our our side view right here. I'm just going to rename this as side view, and let's turn that off. Go over to the main view right here. I'm going to grab this front view right here, grab additional little bits and pieces of our front reference, right click, layer via cut, and there you go. We have the front view as well. Let's just rename this front view, and I'm going to rename this as the top view. And yeah, there you go. We have separate images for our different viewpoints, such as the front, top, and side of our jet. We're just going to line them up in Photoshop. It's going to make it easier, or it's going to make our lives easier when we export them and import them into Blender, because you don't have to really do much, I guess, shifting around in Blender if you were to make sure everything is perfectly lined up over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just going to go over to the front and side view. I'm going to turn off the top view for now. Let's grab the rulers right here, top and bottom. Just going to create or drag the ruler down to the center. Make sure that's center right there. I think it's like 21.87 for our canvas right here. Seems pretty good. Gonna grab the side view. Let's just grab this upwards, make sure it is centered, and that's the center of our side view right here. It's not gonna be the same for our front view, so we're just gonna make sure we line it up manually. Just gonna grab it and see if I can get it as close as I can. I'm gonna go to the top ruler, drag it down. Let's go to the windshield right here. Just place it right above the windshield over here. Place this down, place on the back fin, top of the point right there. As you can see, it's slightly off. Well, the front view right here is slightly off from these points. Just gonna make sure that we have them lined up. Let's go into front view. I'm gonna click on command and just drag this guy down just a little bit more so that it is perfectly centered. Let's see, about like this much. And yeah, as you can see, it's slightly off over here, but pretty much on the point on the windshield. for this part, it's more, I guess, difficult to change around or mess around in Blender because we want to make sure that this is perfectly nice. But this part right here, the back fin, since it's a sort of more squarish part, we can sort of scale things a little bit differently and make it easier. It makes it easier for us to scale, basically. You can just add a tiny little bit on top. And yeah, you can zoom in a little bit more and see if everything is lined up still. Yeah, everything is pretty much lined up. Even the line is slightly on this part right here. And yeah, we have this lined up. Let's go into the side view. I'm going to change the opacity of this slightly so I can see the point over here. Make sure the nose point is also lined up. Let's click on this ruler, line it up, and right on the nose. Perfect. And yeah, we can just go ahead and use these two, well, export these two out and use them as our references. Let's go back into side view, change opacity back to 100%, turn off front view. Let's turn on the top view now. I'm just going to rotate this view, Command T, just rotate it to the side, hold on to Shift so it snaps in certain increments. And I'm just going to line these two guys up. Let's place this guy right in the center of our canvas first. And click Enter. Let's line the nose tips up a little bit. Just holding Command, grab the ruler, reline. Just going to line it with the side view because it's already lined with the front view. As you can see, it sort of snaps over to this one. We're just going to hold on to Control so you can have more freedom of motion, I guess, to use snapping parts over here. And I'm just going to go ahead, grab the top view piece right here. We're going to hold Command, slightly shift this guy over a little bit so it's matching with the nose here. And I'm going to just line up the back engine piece slightly over there as well. I'm just going to hold this, line this up, and we're just going to adjust this, make it so that it is pretty much perfect. Now, I guess the more important part to line things up is probably the back over here because it's a little bit harder to sort of change around. As compared to the nose over here, this tip can be, I guess, slightly longer or a little bit thinner over here. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, there you go. We have our references lined up, and we can just use these and basically use these to create our jet from scratch. And all we have to do now is just simply take these images. We're just going to export them out. We can go into export, or you can save them as JPEGs or PNGs. I think it's better if you save it as PNGs. So just save those out. You save them out over here. As you can see, I've already made some saves of those PNGs. It just makes our lives easier, and you don't have to watch me save them individually. But as you can see, just change this to PNGs right here, PNG, and just rename whatever view you are saving right here, and just save it out because this is this is top view. Just rename it as top view, save, and you're good to go. And all you have to do just save this out as well, save as. Or you can even export them out, quick export as PNG, just save them out into the folder where you want to save them out. And that's pretty much it. You have yourself a few viewpoints of your references that you can just import into Blender and work from it there. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, we're back in Blender, as you can see. Now, we're going to take the images that we've cleaned up and sort of sorted in Photoshop, the front, side, and top views of our jet, and we're just going to import them into Blender. Once we've imported them into Blender, we're going to set them up in the sort of background images where we can view them while we're modeling our jet. Now to do that, it's quite simple. We're just going to click on this plus button right here, and it'll open up this menu, all these other functions right here. We're going to just look at the add background images right here. You can turn that on to use it. Now you can actually just click on the letter N, the hotkey for it. Just open that up. Don't exactly have to click on the plus sign, but yeah, either way, both works. I'm going to turn on background images. I'm just going to open up tab. I'm going to add a new image, and you can either add images in here, which we have in Blender, which currently has nothing right here, or you can just go open folder, navigate through your folders. I believe I saved all my images here. As you can see right here, we have the different PNGs and PSD files of our jet references. Now we're just going to select the jet front reference right here. Make sure you're not selecting the PSD files. Select the PNGs, because if you select the PSDs, it probably will just import all the images layered together, so you'll get this freakish monster of an image. You don't want that. Just going to click on jet front reference. Now I feel like there's an easier way to open up your images instead of going through your folders in here and navigating through. I'm just going to add the two other images right here and do that. As you can see right here, we're just going to slightly shift our viewpoint over here. It's divided up. I'm going to switch this over from 3D view to UV image editor. Open that up. I'm going to go over to the folder where I've saved my other images right here, or the folder where you'd have to navigate through all the way to individually select. I'm just going to open this folder up and just simply drag and drop them into this UV image editor right here. And we got the side reference, we got the top reference. You can drag and drop here, and there you go. It's quite simple. We have all the images, and it's just the action of dragging and dropping into the image editor is just so much faster compared to navigating through and clicking it. But yeah, there you go. Just gonna go over to the front. Well, this is side view right now. We've already got the front view. I'm gonna click front and scroll down. Click on that. This is going to be the jet top reference. Now, to view our background images, we'd have to go over into orthographic view, because right now we're currently in perspective view. If we shift to the sides here, 1, 3, 7, you'll see nothing. We'd have to go into orthographic. Just click on 5, switch over, click on 1, and as you can see right here, we have the images all stacked together. I'm going to click on Z on the object so it goes into a wireframe view, so you can actually see the front view right there. Anyways, right here we have an issue, which is all the images, all the background images of our reference has been stacked together. That's not good. To change that, we can just simply switch things over. As you can see right here, I'm just going to change the axes view here of our jet top reference from all views to just the top. And for the other ones, same thing. We're just going to switch this over. The side view, we can go from right or left. I'm going to go right. And our front view right here, I'm going to make sure that this goes to the front, even though you only see one right here. Because if you switch over to the other views, you'll still see the front view. So make sure that you turn that over to front only. And click on 1, 3, 7 top view. You'll see that all our references are in their proper orientation right now. And if you were to slightly, rotate a little, you'll notice that the references are gone. So it doesn't really block your view and stuff. You only just see them when you're in those specific viewpoints. And it just makes life really easy when you're modeling, because you can just play around with things and put them together. Now, if your image references are slightly off later down the line when you're modeling, don't worry about it. We can just slightly adjust things here and there. I'm just going to drag this menu out a little bit farther to show you that you can change the orientation of your images just a little bit here and there. The XY axes and the rotation of your image, you just simply change those to sort of match things up once you're modeling. But yeah, that's pretty much it for setting up references. It's quite simple. It's pretty important if you want to build things with a blueprint, or if you've drawn something in different views, you've designed something, and just basically take those views and place them into Blender, background images, and just line them up, make sure everything's perfect, and you can just start modeling from there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this course. If you want to watch the rest of the course, the link is down below. Not only will you get the access to this course, but you'll get access to a lot of other courses in a huge bundle, and it's on sale today. So buy before the sale ends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.